Hey friends, welcome back to my channel. We're at it again. If you're new here, hello. I'm Liz and I'm on a mission to become debt-free and grow my savings. Doing so midlife. It's not easy, but I'm doing it and I hope you come along with me. Month by month, I take a look at income and spending. I make adjustments, all in order to become debt-free. I'm almost there. We're very, very close. And grow my savings, which I've just started doing. Today, we're looking at my April 2025 budget, real numbers, my plan to limit my spending. You know, that's been a problem, and making sure that I'm saving for the future. But before we dive in, hit that like button if you love budgeting and personal finance, and drop a comment below with your biggest money goal for this year. First things first, every budget needs a game plan, and this is the breakdown of my categories. Income is so important. You got to know what's coming in. Fixed expenses, mine are the same every single month. These are things that don't change. Debt, you don't want to have any of this, so that needs to be prioritized. Savings and investing, this could be your 401k, your IRA, other investments, as well as your emergency fund and other savings. This is super important because future me definitely wants to be financially secure. Lastly, variable expenses. If you've been on my channel before or you look back to other videos, you'll see that this is an area where I'm beginning to plan ahead for my expenses. So there's been a little bit of an adjustment here, but I am very grateful to be in the position that I am and not where I was. Let's break down my actual numbers for the month of April 2025. This is the budget spreadsheet that I created for myself, and I'd be happy to share it with anybody who's interested. Let me know, and I'll make a copy-friendly version for you guys for free. On the left-hand side, I have all of my paydays listed. My next payday is April 4th, and then I'll also get paid April 18th, which falls at a great time during right before my spring break and then during my spring break. This column that says general budget, this is just a running tally of things that I have on the books, and I've been changing it throughout the year just so I don't forget to budget for anything. Now, this column that says monthly budget, this is my budget by month, and I like to keep the monthly budget because, like I said, things fluctuate throughout the year, and I just want to make sure I don't miss something, that my numbers are as accurate as possible. My income that I'm expecting is $3,692. I actually am expecting more than that, but if you've been here, you know I don't always get paid for my work. Yes, that's right. Sometimes our payroll is a little bit behind. Like I'm still waiting for side duty pay from the end of January. That's another video for another time. So there are 20 paychecks left April 4th, and then of course 19 on the next paycheck. What I do is I take my monthly budget and then I break it down by paycheck. This might be overkill for some of you guys, but for me, I need to see the numbers this way. In the month of April, I'm expecting $1,996. That is broken over here into two paychecks. The first paycheck is both paychecks are going to have mortgage and bills, my union dues. The first paycheck of the month is going to have my insurances taken out. They recently dropped, so that was really exciting. Gives me a couple extra bucks in my pocket. $539 coming out of the first paycheck, $457 out of the second paycheck. Here you're going to see there is no debt to be paid. That does not mean I'm debt free. You guys know I have my federal student loans that I'm still waiting on. Other than that, I am debt free. Now don't forget, I have used my credit card for rewards. So I will need to make a payment on that, but it's going to come out of my sinking funds. I don't include that on this budget because if I do, that will take it out of like my checking account. And then if I'm also taking it out of my sinking funds, it's like double dipping in the wrong direction. So I have a remedy for that. I'll show you in just a minute. What you will see here is if I make a payment from my checking account to the credit card. Here you'll see my savings and investments. I have an IRA. Actually, I also have a pension that comes out pre-tax right out of my paycheck. So I don't include that in my regular budget, but just know that that is happening behind the scenes. as well as so does my husband. For the month of April, I have $583 going towards my IRA that will help max it out for 2025. Oh, something new I forgot to tell you guys. I didn't like the way my sinking funds were going in the month of March, so I'm changing it up. I'll go more into detail when I do my sinking funds video, but just know that I've increased my emergency fund deposit from $200 a month to $750 a month. That is going to be split $375 per paycheck. You can see that right above my head here. Let me know what you think of that decision. We have $140 going towards the nibblings, $1,000 going into sinking funds. That's going to be $175 from the first paycheck, $875 from the second paycheck. And then I have reserved $200 for the 100 envelope challenge. That is a separate savings account that will go towards a future car. All in all, oh my gosh, this is so much fun to see. In the month of April, I will be saving $2,673. Although some of that's going to sinking funds, which is intended to be spent, I am still saving it first and being prepared ahead of time. So that's a win. Here's my review for the month of April 2025. Income will be $3,692, hopefully a little bit more. Fixed expenses, $996, nothing for debt, and $2,673 for savings. And remember, just a couple minutes ago, I told you about my sinking funds and how I'm going to remedy that. Let me show you. This is my spending tracker for the month. Right now it's blank because this is only for April of 2025. And I have above my head, below my head here, categorized out some things that I want to budget for this month. So over to the side there, I'm going to keep track of all of my transactions. It will get categorized and help me to stay within budget. You guys know this is an extreme struggle for me. I feel like I've gotten better at it, but there's definitely room for improvement. As always, Diet Coke and coffee out are getting $10. Dining $50, gas $50, and groceries $50. Now, this budget of groceries is not for our regular groceries. That is for little things I might need to pick up, or when I go away, if I'm buying groceries for something, it comes out of this budget. My husband and I do have a shared account for household spending, and so our regular groceries come out of that account. My head is over some of these categories, but it's nothing that I've budgeted for the month of April, so we're not missing anything there. The next thing would be gifts, getting $125. My brother's birthday is coming up, and I decided what I wanted to get him a couple months ago at Christmas when we were hanging out, and I'm putting $125 there. Health is getting $30. I do have a therapy appointment coming up. It's that rescheduled one from the other day. So $30 for that. I don't think I'll see her again in April, only because most of the month I'll be gone away. Holidays, $150 because of Easter and spring break, $250 for home. That is going towards my garden. Let me know if you guys want me to get into how much I spend on the garden and all of that. And then I put $100 for miscellaneous because, well, I'm just not sure what other spending I might do. And being on spring break, I definitely want to, probably do things. Oh boy, that comes to $815. And what did I say I was sending? $1,000. That's almost my whole sinking fund budget. And this is why I decided to increase what I send to my emergency fund. This is where I track my variable expenses. So I do have it broken down by budget. And then what I'll do on my sinking funds, I'll go ahead and allocate when the sinking funds transfer. Using this list for my sinking funds is going to help me track my spending to stay within my budget. I did go into great detail in my last sinking funds video, so if you want to see how this works, check that video out. I'm going to try really hard to stay within budget because there are some bigger things potentially coming up that I'm going to need money for, and I need to start building that fund now. I wish I could share right now, but I can't share that with you guys now. But as soon as I can share it with you, I will. And that's my monthly budget for April of 2025. It's flexible, but most importantly is that there's a game plan for me to continuously check in and look at and follow. Speaking of following, are you subscribed? I hope you are. I'm giving away $250 when I hit 2,500 subscribers. I know exactly what my plan is for that $250, but I haven't shared it with you guys yet. So share with a friend and ask them to subscribe too. Before I go, I want you guys to let me know in the comments, what's the hardest part of budgeting for you? For me, it is those variable expenses. And going out to eat. I prefer to go out to eat than to just cook at home for like myself and my husband. All right, guys, that's it for today. I will see you later this week. Bye.